DJ Pointman here. Join Char Willie and Classic Ruby for their radio show, Keep the Beat. They broadcast every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CRBJ, Classic R&B Jams. There are discussions of the songs, and that can take you back down memory lane. If you missed the live broadcast, no worries. Replays are uploaded on Mixcloud. So, follow JustAskChar Advice Channel on Mixcloud, and you will receive the notification when these broadcasts are uploaded.
Hello, greetings. What is happening, good people? Glad to see you today. Thank you so much for joining the show. I appreciate it. Your time is valuable, and you chose to spend it with an hour or so here for the article reactions. Thank you so much. Well, what has been happening since last night? Well, for me, just resting. It was a long week because sometimes mentally you can get tired. That takes something out of you. Your body is dealing with information, um, emotions, all those type of things. So that's work. That can take a toll on you. And it was a long week, I must tell you. What did I want to share with you? Now, yesterday, really enjoyed the show. I really appreciate those who participated. Thank you so much. And I really wondered about that particular show because it had so many different things. I don't know why I didn't really have enough faith. That's because I was tired. I'll just put it that way. But everyone participated, had something to add. They had an experience, knew someone, whether it was generation or someone personal. So that was really great. It really turned out well. I could not enjoy my Friday night wine because I was tired and I would have just slid off the couch. I would have been feeling like, I'm really feeling relaxed. I'm really feeling, and that'd been it. Sure, who? Because I would just slid on off, and that would have been it. I was tired, but great show. Um, Not a lot to tell you except for be safe out there. Numbers are climbing. It's really getting real. A couple of places I know closed just because of the numbers are going up. And trust me, if it wasn't something that happened, these folks would not have closed business. I could not believe when I went past this one restaurant that opened, shoot, they were closed down and they made some money too. Real nice place. I've been there for my birthday once and then ate there a few times with people after work, but that place was closed down. And like, So please be safe, get your essentials, and that's the most I can say on that. And without further ado, we will bring to the stage, everyone, the classy, classic Ruby, everybody. Woohoo!
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Yeah. I love how you started that sentence. I don't know why I didn't have faith that. I probably shouldn't finish that sentence. No, I'm just really happy about hold on, Shar. You know what? I caught that. What do you mean you did? You didn't have faith in it. Don't worry. We'll talk about it behind the scenes. I will put you out there. But I heard that, and
It was
now
me.
everyone else heard that. Yeah, it was definitely.
Yeah, I put it all on me. I was tired. The brain was tired. And, I don't look to try to put things off on everyone else.
Mm.
I know that's what this particular, the live stream is for participation. That is true.
Right.
And I just felt that I just didn't have enough to give my little portion. And
Mm.
I just didn't have the faith or the brain power to know that it was still going to be fine. I didn't have it. The sales were just tired.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. No, that happens to me too. Honestly, like literally every week, twice a week, I'm like, man, I'm too tired for this. Man, I don't really want to do this, But no, I can't let Shar down. It's last minute. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm gonna try to try. By the end of this, you're like, girl, this was a great time. I had such a good time. Did you have a good time? Right, and I'm not even like kidding. It's just like that's what always bolsters me forward. It's that memory of the last time. It's like last time I was tired too. Last time I was too tired too. Last time I was too sick and tired too. And I had a great time anyway. Fine, okay. I'll try. I'll give it 10 minutes. If after 10 minutes I'm not having fun, I'm going home. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really what it was. It was me. I don't
Mhm.
blame anyone. You all are great. I did not have the energy. I was so tired. And that's why I said mentally. It
Mhm.
wasn't even the physical. Well, it probably was part physical because now that the season has changed, the heat is on and the heat is dry, the air is dry. It's just something, and the apartment was just too warm
Right.
Thursday night. And when I sleeping and woke up in the morning, I'm like, oh Lord, it is too hot in here. And a fan didn't even help it. It was just too
Mm.
warm. It was because it's unnatural. It was just
Right.
too warm. So it was a struggle. But
Mhm.
I made it. I stayed in today, relaxed. And I will say after the show, I will have that glass of wine because why? I have nothing planned for tomorrow.
Nice. Okay, see, that's the way to go. You know what? I cannot figure out how to make my thermostat work this year for some reason because the heat literally only turned on like our access to it yesterday, right?
Oh, okay.
But the problem is, so it's like let's say you want it to be 80 degrees, right? So to my silly basic head, right? If I just keep pressing the button till it gets to 80 degrees and then I press go and it's set on
Mhm.
heat, then it should produce heat, right? Well,
Yeah.
for some reason, the heat thermostat thing, it starts at 48 degrees. So I'm not sure, like 48 degrees worth of heat. I don't know how that works. Okay. So then I start turning it up. And if I get over, say, 70 degrees, then it starts saying cooling. And I'm like, cooling? Cool. Why would it be cooling? I'm telling you how hot I want the house to be. I want it to be 85 degrees. Why would you turn on AC when the house is already at 70 to make it 80? I don't know. And then and then it'll zoom on. So then I figured out that if I go up 10 and then down 5 and then up 2, right, then it will start saying heat again. So then I'll press play, right? And then it will go on for like 10 seconds and then turn off. So I don't know. I just hope that this space heater just doesn't die at any point because I don't know what I'm gonna
Okay.
do in midwinter. I can't make the thermostat work, but I'm still
Okay.
determined. I'm gonna be the one. This year, I will figure out how to make a thermostat work.
Okay. Challenging times. Challenging times.
Right? Oh my god. When you realize you've never really been like an adult before, obviously, because you've never been the first person, right? Someone's
Mhm.
always started this process for me. At some point, I've gone and turned up the temperature a couple degrees or something. But like to make it go from AC to heat, I've never been the person who was responsible for making that happen. So, oh, you know what? Maybe the heat is set in Celsius and then the AC is in Fahrenheit because then that I guess would make sense.
Mm.
Like, if you try
Ah,
to make the thermostat be 70 degrees Celsius, you'd basically be lighting the place on fire. Okay, I will look into it. See, it's brainstorming. I'm tired too, man. It's been a long week, like you said.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and start off since I'm talking about long weeks. And I was looking, um, I don't know. I was looking for something on YouTube, or I just opened up a page and I saw this on the side. It says, working at Amazon and over 50 years old, first month and paycheck. I said,
Hmm.
let me check out this black woman. What's she talking about? Because I thought that was kind of interesting. You know,
Okay,
I'm like, okay, me being over 50, I'm just kind of curious what's happening. So I'm going to share that and then I'll speak on it.
perfect.
Okay, let's see. Share audio. And there we go.
Nice. Oh, no, wait.
All
Oh,
right.
okay, perfect.
Got it
Nice.
right
All
on the
right.
spot. Okay.
Come back with excuses for why we couldn't do our job. And it just seems like he didn't appreciate who we were. And had he been able to maybe communicate with us in a different way, I would have never had to tell him to kiss my ass one day. And I'll tell you why I told him that. Okay, it was my third day there. It was the first time meeting him because the first day we spent watching videos and taking tests. The second day, we were trained by other various people for various things we were going to have to do. And then he was the guy who was pseudo in charge. They have something called learning ambassadors. And basically, they're fake managers because the real managers manage lots of departments. So those are their little stand-ins. They don't make any extra money, but it does, help their ego and it makes them feel like they're bulletproof. So I asked him, is there a bathroom close? Because we were in a different part of the warehouse and I'd only been there 3 days. It's not like I knew the facility. And everything, Amazon has everything marked. So bathrooms are right there on top of the wall. But nobody ever looks up in Amazon because you're too busy looking forward or looking down. Looking forward so you can see where you're going, and looking down so you don't fall down and hurt yourself. So looking up is not one of those things you do readily. And I didn't see the bathroom sign. So I asked him if there was a bathroom close, and he said no. And I went, Oh, okay. So then one of the young girls said, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And he said, "Yes." And so I looked at him and I watched where she went, and the bathroom was right there. I swear to God, it was right there. And people say they have to walk miles from Amazon to go to the bathroom. My facility is so different than anything ever portrayed on YouTube. It's like it's a unique facility. Every mistake they made in all their previous facilities, they rectified in Mines. And I have to say, Mines is a perfect facility. Everything is there where you need it to be. So I looked at him and I said, "Well, when I asked to go to the bathroom, you said no." And so he looks at me and he goes, "You didn't ask me to go to the bathroom. You asked me if a bathroom was close." And so I look at him and I said, "Well, you didn't even get that right because the bathroom is right there." He goes, "Old women don't need to go to the bathroom." And I said, "Well, you can kiss my ass." Now, did anybody report anybody? Nope, because I was wrong and so was he. But that just gives you an idea of what you might have to deal with, because the people who train aren't qualified to train. It's just that they've been there longer than anybody else.
All right. That was a very interesting experience.
Mm-hmm.
I've taken so many things from that. Um, the fact that now it is true she may not have asked to go to the washroom, but the question that she did ask did deserve a correct answer, and she didn't get that. And then to say old people don't deserve. So she's how old she say she was? I think she said she was 60 or 59. We know people, as soon as they come out the womb, they have to go to washroom. That's just function, that's just what you're going to do. And for the pseudo manager to actually say old people don't deserve to go to the washroom, I'm like, what was that all about? So
Mm-hmm.
I also laughed the fact that she said they both were wrong. She like, I know I was wrong for saying that, which, you shouldn't really talk to a manager that way. And he was wrong with bringing that up as far as with age. And
Mm-hmm.
nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Ageism, man. Ageism is a real thing. Like, we just don't take it seriously because all the other isms are more important, right? Racism, sexism, whatever. But like, this is something you hear about a lot, where like, they're pretty outrageous with what they feel okay with saying to, people of a certain age. Like, it's almost like once you're over the age of like 45, 50, the working industry feels perfectly okay with just throwing you into the garbage because they don't want to invest any time or energy into you because you don't have enough working years left. And so they can just talk to you however, and they can insinuate whatever they can imply. And you know what? Half of it is they are trying to push you out. They're
Yeah.
trying to push you out early. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
There was a
unfortunate.
place I volunteered to help people to get online and get their resume and all that stuff, get signed up accounts and all of that. And it was for 55 and older. They actually had a section or a department for that. And I thought that was the most interesting thing, but it is a thing that these people are
Mm-hmm.
being discriminated against. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
wow, this is really something. So for the person that was a manager that just happened to be there longer than everyone else, as she mentioned, we know that's a real thing too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so unfortunate the lack of respect that guy had. Really sad.
No, it is, and unfortunately, it brings up like a double-sided issue. I know, Mama Ruby suffered from the other side of this. So she was very young when she was hired, probably early 30s. I think a little younger than me when she was hired as like the regional operations manager for Federal Express, like you know, half of Canada or whatever. And so when she walked into this company, she was working over people who had been in that company for decades, who were decades older than her. And
Mhm.
the hate was palpable, it was tangible, it was real, especially from the women, especially from the Black women. But it was so bad that it got to the place where, people, the few friends she did have, the few people who really liked and respected her, came and kind of said, like, hey, so just so you know, like, there's going to be a coup. Like, they're coming for you. They're gunning for you. Like, they're gunning for your career, not just for your job here, but they're gunning for your career. Like, they want to take you down. So much so are, the ladies there, especially, offended by the way the company treated them. They're going to take it out on her. So it's like, the company is wrong for, the way that they're moving. On one side, sometimes you kind of understand. On the other side, you're like, yeah, but it's not right. You know what I mean? You should reward company loyalty. But if you're going to be mad at someone, be mad at the company at least. Being mad at the manager. I mean, the manager, hey, listen, if I could go out and get that $100,000 a year job working for this company, I'm going for it. Don't be mad at me. Well, I'm supposed to just say, nah, I'm not going to apply. It's not fair. Someone from within the company should apply. Nah, if they put it out there, I'm going to try, right? Like, I'm not going to disrespect you, and that's an important factor to recognize. These people have been in this company for years, decades, rely on their advice and their experience and whatever, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's one of those things you got to realize, like, it's kind of not fair on both sides the way people are going to get treated, and that's coming still. It's the company. Company reward long time loyalty. Be upfront with someone if they don't have leadership qualities or whatever it is. Tell them it's never going to happen for them in your company. Give them that option. When they still got 20 years to go, give them that option of going elsewhere. Instead of always, well, work hard and maybe someday. That's not true. You just want the productivity to go up. Like, don't lie to
Right. One day.
one day, if you just work hard enough, everything's possible. Like, stop it. Okay. So, so as we know, there've been a lot of pastors in the news in the last, as long as I remember there being the news. But with that being said, I gotta say, this is a way that I cannot honestly think of that I've heard a pastor being in the news for. I'm like, shocking, just shocking. I'm just gonna let this picture of this woman and the title sear into your brains first, then I'll tell you all the story. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, that's good. It's like last week I put it up there so we can look at the lady's face.
Wait a minute.
Wrong one?
I think it's showing the wrong one. Is it showing the kid with the mask on?
Yes.
See, that's not what I clicked. I swear I clicked the one. Maybe I didn't. Honestly, long week. We're just gonna play. I clicked share audio and everything this time. Char, I had it. I thought we were good. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, the top one literally is that one. Okay, I don't know. I thought it was gonna just go in the order of the tabs, like on the screen. So I just picked it. It didn't. Okay. Pastor. Got it. Pastor. Okay, ready? Okay.
Got it.
There we go.
Okay.
Take that in right there. That's right. A pastor is accused of peeing on a sleeping woman on an airplane. This did happen. This is not propaganda. This is not some woman came up with something after the fact, after the plane said, this pastor peed on me. No. This was all observed while it was happening. All right. So, right. When I read this title, Char, the things that went through my mind. How is this possible? Right? Okay. So now here's the interesting part, right? So the very first paragraph, it says, a well-known pastor from North Carolina, rather, is accused of peeing on a sleeping woman in the back seat of a plane as she returned to Detroit from Las Vegas. Now, notice they say a well known pastor from North Carolina, but they don't give details.
So let me guess. Allegedly.
First of all, it's a legend. Second of all, the only reason why they care about either of those facts is because this is not a black pastor.
I know, allegedly. Yeah. Allegedly he urinated. Gotcha.
A legend. Well, you'll see how they justify it though, because they can't get away with it this time. They can't. Like it was so done. It was done. So they couldn't. So they explained it away. Hold on. We'll get there. Okay, so now this woman, her name is Alicia Beverly, and Alicia Beverly had just spent a great time in Sin City and could not wait to get home Monday night. They were on the red-eye flight and pretty much everyone was asleep, including her. Alicia said she was curled up in a back seat next to her sister when abruptly being awoken to the feeling of being urinated on. It felt warm. Like on the side of me, I felt something warm. She told Fox 2 Detroit. In her sleepy haze, right at eye level, she saw something very unexpected. I jumped up and I seen his private area out and I screamed and that woke everybody up, Alicia said. By that time, I actually looked at him and I see him shake himself off and I'm like, this man just peed on me.
First you got to pee, shake it off and try again. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Then I looked and there was a puddle of pee in the seats. So she screamed and got the attention of everyone on the plane, including an off-duty officer who rushed over and restrained the man, a well-known pastor from North Carolina. According to sources, look, they don't even continue on in the story with like what Alicia said before they start explaining why this could have happened. According to sources, the pastor had an apparent reaction to a sleep aid.
Oh.
Now, I want you to notice that they said the word sleep aid. They did not say sleep medication. Yeah. They said something people take to put themselves to sleep. Alcohol?
Could be in that category. It's possible.
See, I just feel like if it was a medication, these people would have said medication. They would have been quick. You could even talk to his doctor.
Oh,
no. You ain't gonna try it. Because the man was awake. And then he shook himself. He shook himself off.
Shake, shook it off. I'm going into Keep the Beat. Sorry, wrong show.
Right. I do it all the time now. Right on Friday, I can't remember what someone said, but it automatically I thought of it some Alicia Keys song, and then I said something and thought of another song I could have played right then. I'm like, ooh, no, I'm in it now. Oh my gosh. She said he didn't say anything the whole time he was standing there. Standing. Did she say standing? What? The first time I read this, I thought like he was just happened to be sitting. Oh my God, I didn't even realize that. She said in her sleepy haze, right at eye level, she saw something very unexpected. His private area was right at eye level. Yo, this man stood up and took a pee on her. Honestly, I thought it was one of those things where like he was like on the he was still sitting. This man stood up, peed on her, and then shook it off.
Wow.
Oh my God. And then she had to sit in these clothes that are soaked in urine. Ooh. The whole flight back. Right? You're on a plane. What are you going to do about it? Like there's nothing you could do. So the pastor was taken into custody, has not been charged.
Oh, oh yeah, I know who this is. Go ahead.
Right. They didn't say charged. They said has not been charged yet. I'm just gonna go back to has not been charged. Will not
Right.
be charged. They had to make a good show because otherwise, basically what they were saying is it's okay for, Caucasian pastors to stand up and pee on black passengers. So they
Wow.
couldn't do that. They had to at least arrest the man. They had to at least arrest the man, right? But like, wow. You imagine like this has actually really ruined this woman's life thus far. I mean, like she's not sleeping properly. It's been taking a really traumatic toll on her. And in all likelihood, of course, this guy's not getting charged at all, right? Because he was on a sleep aid. Now, I'm gonna give him a small drop of credit because just because he didn't say anything, and people who are sleepwalking don't talk. It's a common thing, right? So they in they're acting out their dreams. So he had to pee, and he got up in
Yeah.
his little dream to go pee and whatever. Only his body was actually moving. Because I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I had a dream like that where I really thought I got up and went to the bathroom. I thought
Yeah.
I was lucid dreaming, and I actually wet the bed, and I was like older,
Yeah.
but I thought I had gotten up. So now it's possible. That's what I'm saying. It's possible. It's possible. But I would want to see actual blood results proving that some type of actual medication was actually in his body at the time. That's the only way I would believe it. Like, I just look at this poor innocent woman's face. Look at this. She's like a baby. She's look at that. And she wakes up to some man peeing on her. Someone who I'm sure yeah, I'm a pastor. Or oh God, maybe you recognize him from a televangelist show or something. You know what I mean? Oh God. Just
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
Ooh-wee. well, I guess we're talking about the bathroom. I guess I'll go ahead and go on to the next one, which is sort of a bathroom type of thing.
Okay.
Cottonelle recalls flushable wipes due to possible bacterial contamination.
Perfect.
Actually, when I saw this, I went in the closet and I looked at that number, that lot number, because I have two
I have so
of these.
many.
So I need to check to see what was going up.
Girl,
I
I have
have
so
one
many.
container that isn't open. There's many things that you can do with this, especially for women. So I needed to go and check. I said, well, I'm about to do this article. I'm going to check. So I went to check and like, whoo, safe. Because I really enjoy
I
these
just used
things.
it like today. I just used one today. Oh Lord Jesus. Oh please. Okay. Here. I got me myself. I'm horrified. Okay, let's get to the lot number.
You go get it.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'll move it down a little bit. Let me see. Where is it? I'm sharing this one. Okay, so I'll move it down for the lot number. Oh, shoot. Did I close? Oh, no. Uh-oh. Okay, there's a lot number. All right. Some Cottonelle wipes have been recalled due to the detection of bacterial contamination. Kimberly Clark announced a recall on Cottonelle flushable wipes and Cottonelle Gentle Plus flushable wipes. The company said the recalled wipes were manufactured between February 7, 2020 and September 14, 2020. The wipes were then sold throughout the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean.
Damn. Why
Yeah.
gotta be Canada though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, that's some good stuff. That's why everybody buys it. That's why.
No. But like, why couldn't they just send the defective one to y'all?
They want to spread the love.
Right?
They
Well,
spread
I'll
the
itch
love.
together. Yeah, we'll itch together. It'll be fine.
I put the name of the bacteria in the chat room. I will just for fun. Be laughed at because I'm going to attempt to pronounce it. I can make fun of myself. I have no problem. The company said that the bacteria called Pluralobacter Gergovii.
Nice.
I have no idea.
Oh, that one.
But that stuff right there can cause infections in those with weakened immune systems.
Perfect.
At this time, there is a low rate of non-serious complaints, such as, did I say that right? At this time, there is a low rate of non-serious complaints, such as irritation and minor infection, reported for the affected wipes, Kimberly Clark says. The company says anyone experiencing a health-related issue should stop using the wipes and seek immediate medical advice. And then they give you the number 1-800, and I'll put that in here. And let me scroll down so you all can see it because I'm on another screen, actually.
Golly. Like, that's exactly what you want with the thing that you use to wipe your fanny, right? Is bacteria, right? Like, you did everything right. You wiped from front to back. You did everything right. But you failed from the beginning because the actual wipe itself was infected with bacteria. You can't win. Like, what?
Yeah. And the lot number is, and I'm going to put the actual article, which I normally do. I always put the article in the chat room. It's B as in boy, I as in ice cream, 012505, X as in X-ray.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something else. And I love these things. It is just the best. It leaves no residue. It's nice and soft. And but I'm glad my 2 containers is not, the ones. So probably they done pulled everything. So you probably won't see any of these until next year.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, with that being said, and the question is, right, because February 7th was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, and people right after that stocked up on toilet paper and wipes and stuff like that, right? So I mean, if you maybe have a large stock, then yeah, okay, you could return some of it. But there's a good chance that if you had some of this, you've already used it because February is a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
that's true. But hopefully, no one got ill, had any problems, aware of the bodies. Because I know a lot of times if anything is weird, I'm like, wait a minute, this don't seem right.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think that it's one of those things where you wouldn't really know what's wrong until after the fact. Because they did say like kind of like low level complaints, right? So if that's the case, then it kind of makes me feel like, okay, maybe it's not so bad. Like maybe it's not like you're gonna have something horrible happen. Like it's gonna fall off, turn black, and just everything just crumbles. Like hopefully it's something that it causes like one of those a minor infection, like say BV type of minor infection, and easily curable, not recurrent, not potentially damaging to like ovaries, fallopian tubes. Because that's what I would worry about, like as a woman. Whenever you don't treat something, some types of things. So, like for example, STDs would it affects fertility, right? Because
Right.
eventually it can cause, pelvic inflammatory disease and stuff, and attack your ovaries, attack your fallopian tube. So that's what I'm concerned about. Like, what if I use this wipe in, February, March, and now it's just been baking in there somehow for like this time, and I didn't notice. Maybe I was one of those asymptomatic ones, and I didn't know to get tested for pluriblack to whatever, so then it's going to cause infertility. Ooh, I hope that doesn't happen, because these people are going to go out of business. If that happens, they are going to get sued out the wazoo, and people are going to win too.
You're right.
Oh, that's going to be rough. All right, so let's talk about let's try to take our minds off all the unpleasantness. I was going to talk a little bit more about planes and trending, but that one was a little bit unpleasant too, in my opinion. But we're going to talk about kids instead, and we're going to get a little comedic relief, because I don't know. I always, you have a class clown. Back in the days, everyone always had a class clown in like every single class you had, right? And so
Right.
nowadays, the class clown can step up their game. They can do something a little bit more interesting or original with their clownery, and they can put it on the internet for tens of millions of people worldwide to witness your humiliation. So,
okay.
Now, it's like it's innocent. It could have been innocent, good fun, but let's just say it. I'm gonna show y'all this video. I'll show you the video real quick. You will see exactly what's going on. And then we'll go into the story. All right.
All right.
Oh, I didn't click on the thing. Oh, that makes perfect sense. All right. It's a long, long day still. Okay.
All right.
Yo, Miss Liz, you got a wedding ring, right?
Yeah.
All right. You think it's real?
Yeah, of course.
Let me test it.
It's real, right?
Okay. That's fake.
What?
Okay. So now, first off, he was reading it wrong, because apparently if it's in the green, it means it's real. If it's in the red, it means it's fake. But it was brand new. Now that video's gone viral. That was like his viral trending thing. And now on TikTok, he's better known as the diamond tester kid. Yes, that's right. He has created a whole lifestyle out of diamond testing. To the point where it's funny, because like even like random teachers will come up to him now and be like, "Oh, test this, test this, test this. I don't trust my fiance." And it's created a little bit of a feeding frenzy at schools and stuff like that now. And so what I think is really interesting about the story, I think, hey, listen, he's doing what he's got to do to keep himself entertained during the COVID. And on top of that, to me, he's starting himself a nice little moneymaker on TikTok. Hey, why not? What I think is interesting about this is the fallout. Because yes, there is actually fallout from this. And it's not just that, maybe the people are mad, like a husband or a fiance is mad that, they got exposed. No, it's random internet people who are mad. So some of the commentary that he's getting on his videos is really, really angry. And he said they say that the TikTok users who are commenting are truly shaken by the video series. There's a lot of them. Diamond Tester Kid. Yes, there's a lot. I think it's 21 videos. Yeah. With many expressing concern over the future of the teachers' marriages. You the reason why they getting divorced, one user wrote. Why'd you expose her husband like that? Commented another. You just ended a marriage! All caps. Said a
Oh,
third. Now, what I think is hilarious though, I'm like, it's an actual tool. It's a gadget anyone can buy. It's not like a trick app, to be clear. It's not like a trick device. It is a real device. And that diamond tester gadget, you can buy it yourself for like $20, right? But it's a very finicky kind of gadget. You have to really be holding it in the right way to get the most accurate results. You know, the results are finicky at best. So, you know, even if one of those teachers got a fake result, going and getting it appraised might get them a different answer. Because, you know, there's so many
hmm
different levels of diamond. Like, you know, there's, oh God, 30, I can't even remember how many different colors of diamond that you can have just in the clear version of that. And then the cut, you know, and then the, like, there's so many different factors. So it's gonna be finicky. I mean, maybe your diamond's just low quality, honey, not fake. You know, don't get too mad.
yeah,
Right?
right. And what did that have to do with your relationship? I mean, if everything's going fine and your piece of your pinky ring ain't, you know, popping like you thought it was, what does that have to do with anything? Your mortgage is paid, your car is being paid on time, whatever going on. Hey, kids are full. What's the problem?
Mhm. Well, exactly. But then there's a catch 22 to that, right? Because while I agree with you, you know, and maybe these women would also agree with you, is the issue that the diamond is fake, or is the issue that the man lied and passed it off as real? Do you know what I mean? Like, because I wouldn't have an issue with the fake diamond. I would have the issue with you lying to me. Yep. Oh, that's, you know, 3 carats in there. That's right. Da da da. Oh, I got it appraised for you, babe. Oh yeah, I'll get insurance on it for sure. It's part of our home insurance. Right. So you're gonna sell me this whole crock of bull, you know, and keeping up with the Joneses thing. So I tell my friends and they tell their husbands certain things. And, you know, that's what you want from that. But you lied to me. So, in essence, then we're building like a whole relationship based on lies from there. We're building a marriage and we're going into a marriage based on lies. Like, that would be my issue. Like, I should know the diamond's fake. I don't care if it is, but I should know, right? The two of us should be in on that together. So when the kid comes, I'll say, nah, I just got it back from the appraiser. I know for sure mine's real. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Or I know
Oh,
he's going around. That's so it's going in my pocket. Oh, I forgot mine today when I was washing the dishes at home. My bad. You know what I mean?
girl,
Exactly.
I'm gonna take advantage of that situation.
Mm,
Hey, babe, you know this diamond kid? He had checked out my ring here you gave me 10 years ago, and it looks like it's not real.
mm,
What?
mm,
Yeah, you know, I actually was thinking about getting a different one anyway, because this one,
mhm.
nothing wrong. It's a classic and all, but I would like something just a little bit more, you know, cute. So look here, baby, take this. You go and trade it in because I know you got the paperwork and everything, and just go get me another one. Here, in fact, here, boop. That text you just got. There's a picture of it. It's right there, Zales, and I like that one right there. So you'll be able to trade that one in and get that one for me. Thank you,
Right.
boo. Love
Oh,
you.
I can't
Smooches.
believe I can't believe they ripped you off, babe.
Yeah, I can, but that's I ain't worried about it. I want that one right there. Thank you. You the man. You the man. You know when you get back tonight. Yeah, you and me. You know what? I'm gonna get that. In fact, I'm gonna cook your favorite dish tonight. Yeah, I know we were on a budget or whatever. I got you. I got you, baby. I got you.
Mm.
I got you. Tonight, you and me. Oh, my
Oh,
pony. You know it now. Okay. I see you. Hurry up now.
See,
The closing store.
but would you ask? Would you ask though? Like, hey, did you know or whatever? You don't care
Nope.
about that part. Okay.
Nope.
See, now that's my thing. So I'm gonna ask you, and if you say, "What do you mean? I paid good money for that." What store did you get it from? Okay, babe, come, let's go. They ripped you off. We're getting your money back. No, trust me, we're going now. You got all the way to when I get to that store to tell me I'm wrong, because otherwise I'm going in there and I'm cussing everybody. Someone's giving us your money back. You better find your receipt. If not, it's gonna be in the system or something, right? All right, let's go. Trust me, we're going. Hey, so you got some time. You can tell me, and then if you have to admit that you lied to me, now I'm not talking to you. So now is your opportunity to find that thousands of dollars required to get my ring that I've already grown accustomed to and love made out of real diamonds, and then show up with it. So that way we can be talking again, right? Like, it's fine.
Oh my goodness.
It's all right. It's all good. No problem. As soon as I have my diamond ring, emphasis the one that's already on my finger, diamond ring, made out of real diamonds. Here's my cut. Here's my 4 C's that I need, right? So I'm not going any lower than like H as far as color. I find after that it's a little too yellowy. Like seriously, but otherwise, so if you decided to buy a super giant Hubert zirconia to impress me with the 3 carats you said it was, boy, feel sorry for you, but that's what I'm used to now. Well, you want me to go tell everyone I know? Why did your ring change? Oh, because that was actually fake. He lied to me. That was just a piece of like cheap glass. So this was the diamond he could afford. If you look really closely, you can barely see it in the middle of my. No, you don't want me to. I will go out like that. I'll stay with you, but it's not gonna look pretty for a minute. For a minute, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Don't lie. I told you. As long as you are honest, I have your back. You lie to me, it will hurt so much more. You will remember never to lie to me again. Yeah.
Oh, shame. But that is interesting.
So now y'all know, ladies and gents, y'all want to check and see if those diamonds are real. There is something gadget. I think it's like literally called. If you go to that kid's page, right, the diamond tester kit. If you go onto his TikTok, like I'm pretty sure it tells you the gadget name. You can like click on it because he gets like those little kickbacks for it. But it's like diamond tester. It's like $20. So if you really want to check yourself without having to go through an expensive appraisal, just to see if it's real or not, because you think your husband or you think your grandfather might have been hustling your grandmother or something like that, right? And that's the whole point. So now you want to check $20 and enjoy. You're welcome.
All right. All right. Well, I have let me see. Am I the one? Yeah, I think I did mention this Karen. Karen is has a new twist to Karen. She did something twice. Same person, same crime, but she did it twice. So let's pull that up.
Oh God.
All right. Because of I gotta refresh the page, and because it's one of those type of pages, and you know how that go. All right, you remember her, don't you? Y'all remember her, don't you?
Yes.
Is that Karen familiar? There you go. There she is. Okay, let me get that together right there. Boop. All right. Amy Cooper, let me copy that. Called police 2 times with false accusations against Black birder. Prosecutor now says. So we thought she called 1 time on a man.
Mm-hmm.
She called twice.
Did she call again?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She called twice. Let me tell you about it. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Which one am I on? Oh, that's my other ear. Be quiet, lady.
See,
Oh,
yeah, it's trippy, right? The same thing happened to me. Like, yeah, can you hear that? And no, or oh, right. That happened last week to me. Don't worry, it
right.
happens to the best
So I'm like,
of
wait a
us.
minute, what's going on? Okay, got it now. All right.
Okay.
Okay, I read that. Okay. Prosecutor says New York woman made a second previously unreported 911 call to falsely allege that her life was being threatened by a black man. Okay, let me scroll down and read that. Amy Cooper, a white New York City woman who called police on Blackbird Watcher, who had asked her to leash her dog at Central Park, actually made two 911 calls to report him, prosecutors have alleged, according to the New York Times. In court on Wednesday morning, senior prosecutor Joan Aluzzi said Cooper called 911 a second time, which was previously unreported. The defendant twice reported that an African American man was putting her in danger. First, by stating that he was threatening her and her dog, then making a second call indicating that he tried to assault her in the Ramble area of the park.
Wow.
Exactly. Now, if you guys remember, he didn't want to prosecute. Well, she shouldn't have lost her dog. She should have lost her job. And I didn't want anything like that. If you all remember, that was his response. And
Mm-hmm.
my response is, why? If you do not reward bad behavior with the punishment that it deserves, people do not learn. They will just continue on. And
Yep.
I forgot what she said, which it's the normal Karen phrase, at least the majority of them. Oh, well, I didn't mean anything like that. I'm not racist. I have black friends and all that, rigmarole. But that's what ended up happening. She actually called twice. And that tells me she knew what she was doing. That tells you they know what happens when you call police on a black man. The
Right.
end results normally is death. That's
Mm-hmm.
normally how it ends.
Yeah.
And even if it doesn't end that way, there's some kind of record. He's in the system. Man loses his job, and all kind of things. So we know that's how it normally ends, and they know it too. So you need to prosecute if they lie, because the courts normally just like, oh well, she did. Yeah, we're gonna let her go. Oh, we'll let her pay $500 fine, and no
Mm-hmm.
one was hurt. And that's normally how the story ends.
Yep. Yep. So now at this point, and I guess this is the thing though, right? And this is what I want to know is, are they going to start looking into changing the laws to properly, I guess it's kind of like this, right? So if I hit you really hard with something, but you don't die, but it was my intention to kill you, then I get charged with attempted murder, not assault, because they are two different crimes. If I, the not just that I knew it could happen, but that if my intention was to kill you, I still get punished more harshly than just assault, just because you didn't die. So I feel like just because Karen's call this time didn't result in the cops showing up and gunning someone down on site,
Mm-hmm.
she knows, or getting thrown to the ground and viciously hurt, attacked, beaten, something going very wrong, and arrested, life ruined forever for nothing, right? She was
Mm-hmm.
hoping either that or him getting gunned down, showman's place was going to happen to him. So if that's the case, can we not somehow, I don't know, create a law, lobby for a law to accommodate for that? You know what I mean? Like, you knew what you were trying to accomplish here. Now, just because it didn't happen, especially if it does happen, but
Mm-hmm.
it didn't happen, and we know you were being malicious. We got the video. It's not like it's like, you know, he said, she said. There's video here. We know what you were doing. We know what the interaction was and whatever. So we know what you were trying to do. We know what kind of person you are, especially the second time around. Can we charge you with like attempted murder? But like, like a kind of like cyber, like swatting, where they had to come up with a law to accommodate for swatting because before.
Yeah.
So it's like, I
Mm-hmm.
think they have to do something like that with Karens.
Yeah.
That's what they have to do.
That is great. I'm
Mhm.
going to read this last part here, in case you all weren't familiar. But she ended up losing her dog. It says she volunteered and gave the dog up, but what choice did she really have? Because that's one thing about the dominant society. You're not going to mess with the animals. They don't play when it comes down to that.
Mm-mm.
And she says, while she was in court on the 14th, I sincerely and humbly apologize to everyone, especially to that man, his family. She says, it was unacceptable, and I humbly and fully apologize to everyone who's seen the video, everyone who's been offended, everyone who thinks of me in a lower light, and I understand why they do. And of course, she ended up losing the job anyway. It didn't matter. And this case has been adjourned until November 17th. So hopefully we can come back again with this story and I'll have something else to report. We'll see if they listen to you, Ruby, or someone else had the same idea and they start putting something in place because this is ridiculous. She was clearly fully aware of what she said because she said, I'm going to call the police and tell them an African American man.
Mm-hmm.
Why was she so specific?
Right.
So there you go.
Exactly. And that's what it comes down to. I'm sorry, but if I was a cop, right? And I mean, I'm not trying to speak for all cops, but if I was a good cop, right? And so I knew the state of what's currently going on in general in the world and the perception of all cops, and then I see, these horrible cases happening where I would be horrified as a cop to see people come in. And because they see the rifle, guys walking around, he's on the phone. He doesn't think anyone's going to be there looking for him. He's not trying to threaten nobody, and then he gets
Uh-huh.
gunned down in Walmart or something. If I were to see that, or, pulling up on a child in a park with a toy gun, killing him, these things within 2.5 seconds, they don't even say drop it or police or, give them a chance to just acquiesce. So if I knew things like that were happening and I knew that they were happening with alarming regularity, I would be furious at women like her. I would be disgusted and furious because you are putting me into a position where I'm going to get a call from dispatch telling me that there is someone there with a gun who's trying to hurt people, or someone there with some type of weapon, someone there attacking a woman, and I need to go out and defend her life, right? And so you're gonna get my instincts all peaked up and whatever. He's gonna just act like he should, which is an annoyed, bothered person. Like, why are you bothering me? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to take that as hostility because it's framed in the wrong way already in my head from dispatch because of this lying woman. And I'm going to react differently and wrongly, right? I would be very mad about someone who did that on purpose. Like, very, very angry. So, I hopefully if, whether it's our show or, other episodes elsewhere
Mhm.
he talked about this, hopefully they hear this and they realize, like, yeah, that's right. You know what I mean? We can be an
Yeah.
ally with the general society on this one because this makes us look bad and they're doing it to us on purpose.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, Karen.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to end my third one with the Karen.
This is gotta be Karen. Why, Karen? Why? Why, Karen? Why? Um,
Mm-mm-mm.
So now, I said I had to, take our little comedic break there with the kid, but now we are going to go back in time, back to the whole airplaning thing. I know I said airplaning like that's a real word, but that's okay. And
Okay.
we're going to talk about a woman who was kicked off of a flight. Well, eventually she ends up getting onto a flight, and on top of that, her flight gets refunded to her. But she's kicked off a flight for wearing a halter top. Now,
Mm.
now, so what I want us to do after we've listened to the details, we've seen the video, and actually there's several different videos. I'm only going to pick one because each one's like a minute 30 seconds or whatever. But this one, I feel like it's good because you get the conversation back and forth between her and the captain. This is the second conversation we're going to be listening to in a minute. And you also actually can see her talk in the video. And then, we'll look at a picture of the full outfit as well, because honestly, the video does emphasize the top a little bit. But okay, so here's the point. Originally, they said that her talk was lewd and they didn't want it to affect the other passengers and their flight. But now the airline apologizes. Lewd, obscene, and offensive. Those were the words of choice. After a woman was not allowed to board her flight due to the way she was dressed, the airline apologizes. Kayla Eubanks took to Twitter to talk about her experience at LaGuardia Airport on October 6th. So she was attempting to fly from New York to Chicago while wearing a black halter top. When she got to the gate, the boarding agent refused her, saying that she was in breach of the airline's dress code. In an airline spokesperson's statement, the airline apologized directly and issued a refund to Eubanks as a gesture of goodwill. She said she usually doesn't dress this way when she travels, but that she also didn't really think anything of it. Generally, I wear like t-shirts, sweats, or whatever to the airport, but it was supposed to be like 77 degrees in Chicago when I landed. It's only an hour and a half flight, 2 hours. Online footage showed Eubanks dropping off her luggage and making her way to the gate. You can see her being refused by the Southwest Airlines employee. Eubanks is also heard clarifying with the staff that the reason she was being refused was because of her halter top. She responded by asking for clarification and to see the airline policy, which the employees were not able to produce. So to be clear, the only reason why they ended up actually letting her onto this plane, only reason why they actually let her onto the plane is because after about half an hour where they kept warning her, oh, and by the way, your plane's leaving in 40 minutes. Oh, by the way, whatever. But they wouldn't let her leave the gate. And they kept saying, well, I'm going to show you the place in the policy where you can't fly like this. They were not able to produce this. Several people tried, could not find the policy, couldn't find it. Right? So I'm like, okay. Now, what happens somewhere within this now is the captain came out, captains end up talking to her, trying to figure out like, hey, is there a middle ground somewhere and whatnot. And so eventually, she gets on the plane. And now the video we're going to watch is going to be the video where she's gotten off. And because basically what the captain did was he said, listen, I want you to go. Like, he was trying to be really nice about it, to be fair. So he's saying,
Okay.
listen, I want to go. You want to go. What can we do about this? Do you have anything you can wear to cover up with for now? Whatever. She's like, no, like it's all in my suitcase. It's packed. So he actually lent her his jacket. So,
Okay.
right, which is nice. So, because he's like, I don't know about a policy thing, but if they're not letting you on the plane and the plane needs to go, and I'm the captain, hey, I'll give you my jacket. You wear it for the flight. You give me back my jacket. And so, right, and so I thought that was really cool, and so he did that. And now, this is the conversation. After she gives the captain back his jacket.
Okay.
Do you have another flight ticket? Or are you done in Chicago? You're done? Okay. So the reason we're talking with you is you obviously know why you don't. Okay. You don't have very many clothes on up on the top, and they showed you when you left LaGuardia that you had to put something on to cover up.
They said, well, whatever they showed me said, lewd, obscene, or offensive.
Oh wow. What the world? Lady, come on. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
Is it lewd, obscene, or offensive? Which one?
It could be all three.
So how?
How?
Yeah.
Is that a swim? Is that a swim?
It's not a swim top. It's a house top.
Oh.
So how is it obscene, offensive, or lewd?
Well, it reveals quite a bit.
So should I leave them at home?
Your
My breast, yes.
your top?
No, my boobs.
No.
Because I feel like if I didn't
No,
have
but
anything
you
right here, it
can
wouldn't be a
wear
problem.
you can wear a t-shirt, maybe a long
Or
sleeve
you guys
shirt.
can wear a t-shirt because y'all work here and y'all have dress codes. I'm not understanding why I'm being
But we have dress
policed.
codes also for
Why I'm
passengers.
being policed.
Because we
Because
have
you
dress
said
codes
obscene,
also.
and I don't understand how my body part is obscene. It's not like it's hanging out. It's not like my nipple is showing. It's not like I have a picture of a vagina or some curse word. That would be obscene.
But we would
Or lewd,
probably
or
say that
just
it's
some
not.
pornography. That's obscene and lewd and offensive. Who are my boobs offensive to?
Maybe others on the aircraft.
Since when? Said who? No one
So
vocalized any
Southwest
issues,
Airlines.
but you all.
So Southwest Airlines.
Y'all are not the passengers. They are. And no one vocalized any issues, but you are.
Okay, so if you choose to wear that again and try to fly on us, we won't.
Because my boobs are offensive,
Try
obscene,
it.
and lewd.
Exactly.
Try it.
Yeah.
Can I have your name?
My name is Pat.
Okay. So now, and that's what, Shar, I had the same reaction you did when I saw this video, okay? Because the first thing I saw to see the top was this video. And I was like, girl, bye forever, bye. No.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you act like you can't see the problem with this top? Okay? How dare you? Now this is the actual talk, like in the
Oh,
context.
I think it is that's been adjusted, but okay.
No, you know why? It's because of the angle of the phone. So the phone was coming from below, right? And when something comes from, so if you were to put like your, I don't know, you know what, if you were to put a camera below your feet, it would make your feet look huge in comparison to your face, right? Like just because the camera is very close to your foot, very far away from your face. So it did very much emphasize that area right there because of where the camera was coming from. So I do think that was a large, I do honestly, after I saw this picture, I'm like, okay, it's not that bad, but like, girl, please.
You know, that was just too much talking. Just when she got to the counter to give her ticket, because I think even if you, well, you know, you have to go through the checking point. She could have been addressed right there at the checkpoint before you go through security. Like, ma'am, just to let you know, you're gonna have to cover up because they're not gonna let you on a plane with showing that much cleavage. And she could have the argument outside before she even got through. That's fine. So you can stand to the side, like, well, while you're talking, whatever, we're gonna keep, doing what we do in security. And you can decide what you're going to do, but do know the time is ticking and that flight is going to leave on time. So whatever you decide, you figured it out. Because before you go through there, you can they can suggest to you you could pick up a t-shirt. And that's all you have to do. Real simple. So while you have your luggage before you go through security or whatever, you can slide on something you already have. And most planes, and then that's the other thing, I'm kind of surprised because planes are normally chilly. So I'm just surprised that she has no problem with the air. I mean, her nipples probably would freeze off. It'd be cold on those planes, unless this is her first flight. She never had one, but she probably a woman that, she knows that. But that's fine. They
Yeah.
should have, could have addressed her before all of that, and that would have settled that. It wouldn't have gotten that far. But a lot of people are afraid to address someone. That's
Mhm.
the thing. Like, oh, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna say I ain't gonna say nothing. If they would have done that before she went through the security checkpoint, that would have been taken care of, and this would have never happened.
Yeah. Well, they had done it before she checked her bags because, she is obviously flying to stay somewhere. So she's got a suitcase. The suitcase has clothing in it. So as she's checking her bags, y'all can see what she's wearing. So if there's this quote unquote policy, right, then you should let her know. Well, you might want to grab a jacket or sweater because of the policy about, how you need to be dressed on the plane. Right. So, and that then she could have just grabbed something for free out of her suitcase before her suitcases ever got checked. That's step number one. So I think that out the gate, but I actually don't think that they have this policy. In fact, I see those little girls every time I've ever gone anywhere warm, flying to Jamaica or whatever. I see all kinds of people dressed in all kinds of ways that I think is crazy. Because again, normally I'm flying when Canada's cold to go somewhere warm, right? So I'm very well dressed. But also because the plane is cold and uncomfortable, like I'm flying for hours. I'm not trying to put on my nice clothes now. I'll put on my nice clothes when I get to the airport, like I'm gonna fly in my when I get there outfit. Like what is she wearing to fly? Like even if it was temperature controlled to the perfect degrees of you. She claims she's a model, so maybe she's just used to being cold and naked. I don't know. But what are you wearing? Like, girl, this doesn't even look good. I'm gonna be real. If she looked fresh to death, I'd be like, okay, damn, girl, the right man must be picking you up from the airport. All right, fine. But this just looks like, I mean, the to me the skirt looks too form fitting in a weird way for her. It hits her waist in a strange place that's not flattering. The top goes down and hits her body in a weird way that's not flattering. Like, to me, this is not a cute outfit for her. So I don't understand even why she's wearing this. Like, she was flying. So apparently Chicago, October 6th was 77 degrees. Like, was it this? Like, so you live in Chicago, Char, where people were outside dressed like this on a couple weeks
70 ago? No.
Yeah. That's what she's saying. Because that's where she was landing. She landed in Chicago, and she was saying Chicago's 77 degrees. All right, let's pretend it was. I don't know. Where October in Chicago? Do people dress like this in October in Chicago? This looks like a real summer or club kind of thing that you would wear. It doesn't look like something you would just wear to stroll about the streets of Chicago in the middle of, the fall. Like, what?
Yeah, you don't really see this like that. No. But still an excuse. It's just that's what she's used to. Okay, that's fine. That's your personal life. That's fine. Just be aware that someone may say something. They're not going to allow that in public buildings or certain buildings anyway. So you have to go by those rules.
Yeah. And I do think it's a little much, to be honest with you. Like, if she didn't have so much boob, and she made that point, right? Where she's like, well, if I don't have so much boob, well, you're right. But that's the whole thing. It also doesn't look scandalous on someone who doesn't have so much boob because, there's you don't see any cleavage, let alone the whole, 3/4 of a breast, right? That's possible. So, you can get away with wearing different things depending on your body size and shape, as far as it looking classy versus, skanky and whatever. So, I'm happy for you, girl. I love that you love your body and you love yourself, although I don't really think that that's really what it was about. But if you do, kudos to you. But come on, that was a little much.
All that conversation was too much. When you have to go through all of that, you already know what the issue is. Now you just playing cray cray.
Yeah. pretty much. And the thing is, if you watch, there's like a whole bunch of different videos. And she just basically says the same thing. Like at first it was just about the policy thing, right? Because she wants to get on her plane. Fine. But she speaks to several people. And she basically just says the same thing over and over and over again. She doesn't have extra things to say. Like it's just that's why each video is only like 2 minutes or under, right? Because she knows she's just gonna repeat the same loop of information over and over.
All right. If you want to just, you want everyone will get someone in every age group to tell you that's too much. And go to down the next line. That's too much. Now, can you stop talking about it?
Right. Oh, and an interesting issue. So I don't know what the lady said to her, or to the captain. But then the captain, when he first walks up to this woman, he goes, so they're just, what did he? Okay, I'm gonna try to mimic the way he said it. He's kind of like, so they just hating on you because you look so good, right, girl? Is that right? Is that right? And I was like,
okay. Well, you look so good, you need to cover up now. So there you go.
But I was just like, would you speak to a white passenger that way who was making this issue, who was talking about an issue of, I don't know what kind of feminist harassment this would be, but if some white feminist, got on the plane and, was having this complaint, would you have kind of been like, well, they just hating because you too damn fine, girl? Like, what, like, do you know what I mean? Like, that was so, and he's this white captain, right? So this is not the normal way he speaks. He's like, I'm going to be relatable to, the black woman, first of all. And second of all, he's going to take the issue she's been repeating over and over and over again, and then just wash that all away. You just too damn sexy, girl. They just hating on you. Like, you watch too many, blaxploitation films. So you really believe that that's just enough. It'll calm every black female soul. Like, Jesus. Her videos are a whole plethora of issues for this airline. Just you wait. A lot's gonna come up. God damn.
Oh boy. Too and much. Wow. Well, that is it. And thank you for sharing.
Likewise, hey, listen. I think we can both be glad to say we made it and it was entertaining. You see?
Yeah.
Worth it. Mm-hmm.
And you guys, thank you so much for joining and coming in. We appreciate it. What I would ask is you all check us out Wednesday for the Keep the Beat channel. I will play the commercial on the way out and hope to see you over there on Classic R&B Jams.
Yes,
Peace,
please.
y'all.
Cheers, y'all.
Join Char Willie and Classic Ruby for their radio show, Keep the Beat. They broadcast every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CRBJ, Classic R&B Jams. There are discussions of the songs, and that can take you back down memory lane. If you missed the live broadcast, no worries. Replays are uploaded on Mixcloud. So, follow JustAskChar Advice channel on Mixcloud, and you will receive the notification when these broadcasts are uploaded.